Enter.
Welcome to your 5 best minutes of the week. It is time for a belated 5 happy minutes. That's my fault. I can't blame anyone else this time. I'm your host, the owner of the Strong Baddie Cheats, Roger Tiller, proud owner of the license plate frame as well. Two guests with me here this week. We're talking to Mr. Steal Your Girl, Stinky Train. Say hello, Eric.
What's happening, guys? Does anyone have an update on the Cleveland Golden State game?
No, unfortunately, I'm watching Women's World Cup soccer.
Oh, there you go.
You got an update on that?
U.S. is winning 1-0.
USA.
Let's see, it's 59 minutes, 40 seconds into it.
All right, if we're going to talk soccer, especially women's soccer, then it's going to be a 5 boring minutes, so let's keep it happy. Let's welcome Aaron, Brandon Chapman, formerly Scott, and now the Caribbean Heat, or Caribbean Heat, if you're a Matador. Anyway, to the show and to the league, welcome, Aaron.
Hello, thank you for having me on here.
It's wonderful. I've got, I've got people trying to message me all over the place here. So what we're going to do here, this will be a very short show because things got started late, which again I apologize for, but we had 2 other guests who weren't able to stick around, which is fine. But we're going to try and just address the new ownership, make sure to welcome you in, get you in the show, and we had a couple trades that took place as well, and a few bets, or at least one bet that was popped in. So now you've got to be very excited, Aaron, to be in the league, and so I just wanted to kind of get your feedback. What do you think so far about this group of losers that you've joined up with?
Well, certainly, I've noticed a lot of trash talk so far, which I guess everyone has an ego at the beginning of the season, and
What's up? All right, you got to be quiet. Somebody's talking. A few bets, or at least one bet that was popped in.
All right, like I was saying, everyone seems to have an ego here.
You've got to be very excited, Aaron, to be in the league.
Yeah,
All right, Luberta, you've got 2 screens going. You got to shut one of them down that you've joined up with.
Oh, certainly. I've noticed a lot of so far, which I guess everyone.
5 happy minutes ever.
All right, I just put the mute on Newberta. We'll let him catch up later.
That's good.
Sorry about that, Aaron.
That's how it should always be. I mean, I wish we could do that at Buffalo Wild Wings sometimes too.
Oh.
All right, well let's jump right in now. Because of my computer issues that delayed the show, I'm going to have to go off memory here, and I might actually have to hope that Eric has his memory going here. What were some of the latest trades? I know the latest bet we had was between the Matadors and the Caribbean Heat, Joik Bell and
Amir Abdullah.
There you go. Yeah. Aaron and Andy had those guys going for a 5th. But we did have a couple trades over the past week or 2. The show's been off the air for the past 2 weeks, so somebody from the top of their mind remember what those are?
Yeah, the last trade, speaking of Amir Abdullah straight up for Jordan Matthews was the most recent trade.
That is correct.
You know my thoughts about it, so.
Well, see, my thoughts about it is everyone underestimates him. Look at how Detroit has been using their running backs over the years. You know that Joik Bell was just a filler. Yes, Jordan Matthews, he proved himself last year. They have Mark Sanchez again this year, which is not a for sure thing. He had a little bit of looked like he was going to be a decent last year, but the whole thing is I feel Matthews' value went down with Mark Sanchez being starter. It's that simple.
He was the starter last year for the majority of the season.
But then like I was saying, they also had Jeremy Maclin then too. So while Macklin's getting double teamed, that opens up Matthews, and that's exactly what happened. But there's no longer Maclin.
It sounds like I'm not as big on Abdullah as basically every other person in the league, other than my brother. So the Helmholtz like Joik more than Abdullah. So I guess I'm in the minority with that one then.
Well, you both had ownership on him over the past few months, so you should be high on him.
Well, I don't have him anymore, and I still
No,
think
but
he's
you
much
did.
better.
So you had ownership on him. Hey, let's jump over to Doug and let's see if Doug wants to give Aaron a big official welcome to the league.
Terrible trade, Aaron.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see into the season, Doug. We'll see.
All right, fair enough.
All right, congratulations on your Blackhawks, Doug.
Thank you.
All right, that's enough hockey.
All right. Hey, let's see what Derek Newbert is drinking tonight. Just Coca-Cola.
Captain and Coke.
Rum?
With ice.
Captain and Coke.
Like 5 nights a week. As soon as the Helmholtz get to North Horseshoe, it's going down 5 nights a week.
Oh boy. So there was a bit of conversation over the past week or two after Scott had his quick bailout. I think his wife took over his Facebook account and sold his team for him. Which, that's what happens. That's what happens. But looks like we're going to have the option. I don't think anybody will take advantage of it, but the option to sell teams in this league now going forward. One thing that did come to mind, Aaron, when I was thinking about the fact that Scott won the championship, and then in a matter of months, he turned around and sold his team for a fair price. Kind of reminded me of a good running back or a good wide receiver who has a great season, and then out of nowhere the team trades him. And you think, well, maybe they know something he doesn't. Do you think Scott knows something that you don't about those players and that team and that franchise he left you with? Was he expecting a big downward spiral this year, and are you along for the ride now?
In some ways, I actually do kind of feel like that. It was an awesome team last year. Apparently, they won it all. But the opportunity, or how likely is it to repeat? I'm pretty sure he might have lost a player or two. Not too sure.
Matthews.
What's that?
Matthews.
before my ownership.
Oh, okay.
But also besides that, I think maybe it just took some fatigue on him. He couldn't handle it. Maybe you guys wore him down with the trash talk too, even though he won. I don't know. Someone will have to ask him himself, maybe.
Well, he obviously couldn't stand the heat of the oven, so he got out of the league, and now the oven has cooled substantially. Newberta, Lori, Derek, you've got a new division mate. What do you think about that? You excited? There's some fresh meat in there?
Easy. I mean,
prior to the season, you were thinking, what, 6-7 wins for yourself? What do you got you at now?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, so far it's still a really good team, but I mean, Scott was a very, very good owner of what he did with his team, and I mean, like he said, the reason why he got out was just for the fact that he just spent too much time on his app and not spent enough time, hanging out with family and stuff. So, he's a good owner. I mean, every single time I gamble with him, I always lose. So it's good for me that he's actually out, but he was fun. He participated a lot, but so far I'm liking Aaron. He's in there. He's made one bad move, and I look forward to making him to make more. So I'm looking good, but I still think I still give him the division. But come when the games play, we'll see.
All right, well, I had you pegged for I think 5 wins this year, so I'm still sticking with 5.
Okay.
For the Spideys.
There's no doubt about it that I will more than likely win the division. Look at the amount of salary cap our salary room I have left. I can definitely pick up some good people in free agency. Might be some bad contracts, but as long as I get them. So I guess we'll see.
So, Doug, are you nervous of the competition? I mean, Scott was a defending champ as far as an owner goes. Now you've got Aaron in there. Not the exact same team, but close. But
no.
So are you less afraid of this team now?
Absolutely. I kind of am upset at myself that I traded my players before Aaron got in. Because I tried so long to trade with Scott, and he would not trade, and then he bails, and I trade.
Well, you've still got Jimmy Graham. Is Jimmy Graham not on the block anymore?
That's true. No, Not really. I mean, I don't have a tight end. He's my only tight end, so I'll take a number 2 tight end in the league.
Eric will take Jimmy Graham if you ever put him back on the block. He was telling me how he was pretty bummed.
He loves Jimmy Graham.
No, I got plenty of cap space to pick up a serviceable tight end, and that's all that I need.
I do have sort of an announcement to make too.
Did you sell your team?
No. Well, I just figured I couldn't handle it.
Scott bought it for $120.
Eric I think, is going to be my my arch rival.
Oh, I'm everyone's arch rival.
No one likes Eric.
No one likes me.
Oh, okay, then that doesn't help.
No, no one likes Eric.
Well,
Eric and Mike have firmly planted themselves at the top of everyone's list, I think. But that might be because they're two of the best teams. Not the best, but two of the best. And they talk the most. Mike especially, but Eric does his fair share of talking also.
They like to win in the off season. Let's just put it that way.
As opposed to when you win? When do you win, Newberta?
Newberta, you remind me of the Washington Redskins.
Why is that?
You spend a lot of money in the off season and never pans out.
Spend a lot of money in the off season.
That's the Redskins of old, though. The Deion Sanders days.
You gonna say Bruce Smith?
Who is that defensive tackle that they spent $100 million on?
Hainsworth.
Yes. That's your Justin Hunter.
You know, I spent $36 on him. It's not the end of the world.
Is Justin Hunter going to have to take breathers in between downs on the sidelines like Hainsworth?
No, Hunter's pretty athletic.
I think he'll be all right then.
I don't.
I'm ready
Go all
to.
out, seeing as how he's only on the field once every 3 snaps.
I hope that he actually. I think that he gets cut. So
Steph Curry's got his daughter on the. try and keep it up here. Aaron? What's going on? Come on.
It's bedtime.
so what's the garage sale?
The garage sale, it was in reference to Scott. That was all.
All right.
I like to think of clever names for each episode. This was garage sale.
Okay. Eric had
Do
a
we want
garage
to
sale
talk about
last year, and he ended up getting rid of. You ended up buying Tim Wright, so I didn't know if that was something where guys, we're just going to throw players out there and we're going to try and buy them. So.
Tim Wright had like 6 touchdowns. Do we want to talk about the previous trade?
Yes, please.
All right. 15.30. Mike Samuels received 3 draft picks for Aaron Rodgers' abomination of a contract, Mark Ingram, Golden Tate, and cash. So basically only netted $20 for this year. I think he sets himself up nice for the future, though.
Good work, Mike Samuels.
Yeah. How do you feel about this trade, Doug? I was seeing as how Jason's in your division.
I was not happy. I mean, this year it's going to be more of a battle, but moving forward, I think it definitely hurts Jason. He's only going to be able to keep. I mean, he bought Johnson from Newberta, and then he's getting Ingram, and he can only keep one of those. So I don't really see the reason why he got both of them, but. I think it sets him up for this year, but moving forward, it's definitely going to hurt.
Yeah, I like your team, Doug, 2016 and beyond, considering the 2 teams in your division and how much they're going to lose after this year.
That was one reason I went that route as far as trading Gronk and my other player.
Cooks. Or 4 Cooks.
Yeah.
Foster. Yep.
Just because I looked at my division and I saw an opening for long term, and I think I'll have it for the next 4 years after this year. So
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Jason went from fire sale, play for the future, and then, I mean, I completely see where he's coming from. He said about, halfway through that, or maybe after he'd completed that, he realized this year is going to be no fun, and he wanted it to be fun. So he, did a 180, turned the bus around, and started making some deals that were going to make him better this year. Aaron Rodgers, aside from the contract, he's going to make his team better this year. Like you said, long term, I don't know what that means for him. But he's, give or take, he's probably in the same position he was now as far as players and before he did the fire sale. So he hasn't really made up any ground. He's hurt himself in the future a little bit. And you think, obviously, if he had been playing for this year or not doing the fire sale right from the get-go, probably could have made some better decisions and ended up, in a better place than he is now.
He'll be a middle-of-the-road team for the next 3 years and then go down after that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Rodgers will help him. Obviously, Samuels liked him. Samuels, that's got to make Derek happy. Samuels gave up a lot this year for the future, so that's kind of one guy out of the way, and now he's got Aaron in his division, and he's hoping he can take advantage of that. But I think that team is still set up to win this year, so I don't think it's going to be that easy.
I'm excited for this auction. I'm intrigued at how much these players are going to go for.
40 days.
I know. I'm definitely looking forward to the auction.
You're not trading until after the auction, right, Aaron?
What's that?
You're not trading until after the auction, right?
Yeah, so far people have been offering me stuff that, I'm not going to do any more trades until after the auction. So.
Yeah.
Well, when you see Matthews trade, that's why you get offers.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart move to wait till after the auction. I'm not that interested in making any moves before the auction because I feel like I know where my team is right now, and so I feel comfortable waiting it out.
Roger wasn't going to trade any of his draft picks either, but
hey, right deal came along, so I traded one.
Yeah, no, everyone will trade if a right deal comes along.
I was going to say, if you can say that you're reluctant to trade, but just to sit there and say, I'm just not making any trades, a good deal could come along and, I'm not making any trades right now. And
right. Well, I mean, between now and then, I never said I would not trade my draft picks. I said I wasn't interested in doing it, and I wasn't. The only reason I did it was for the guys I got. I was very happy with that trade, and considering what I could have gotten in the auction, I'm happy with the guys I got out of it. But looking forward to the draft. But looking forward to the auction. I'm with Doug. I think it's going to be interesting. Well, from my standpoint, I was a new guy last year, and I didn't quite understand how things were going to go. So I did things that I wouldn't do if I could do it again. And now I wasn't expecting there to be somebody.
Backup running backs or 5 backup quarterbacks.
Hey, Aaron might want those backup quarterbacks, Eric. Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I was not expecting to have a new guy right in my second year. So I'm kind of happy with that because it'll be interesting to see what happens. But anything can happen in the auction. Being that it's a silent auction, you've got to put your best bid forward and hope that you get the guy you want. And just like last year, I'm not. After the year played out, I'm not mad that I didn't get Calvin Johnson, considering what I would have had to have bid for him. But with how close I was at the time, I was really mad. And there's no going back. There's no, hey, let me try again. There's no redos. That's what it is. So you got to be ready to put it all out there. And if you really want that guy,
like Green for $50.
That was a memorable moment.
For 36.
I don't think anyone was over $20 on him. I don't know.
No, the next highest bid was like $23. It was less than half.
For Latavius?
Yeah.
No, I was at 13 and I thought I had him 1.
I thought I had Justin Hunter at 10. So
nah.
Derek, little did you know you had to go 51 if you really wanted him.
Didn't need him that bad.
No, I don't think anybody did.
But I did like him at that point. I was bummed that Jared outbid me, but I was definitely not bummed that he beat me at 50. So.
Well, that's one of those decisions. He didn't show any remorse after that bid, but inside he had to be thinking, that was a crazy bid. But he wanted him. He had a little bit of money left. I think that was the only guy he left that he wanted, and so he made sure he got him. And sometimes that's what it comes down to. You don't care what you pay for a guy, and if you're only going to sign him for 1 year, then it doesn't matter. You can put all your money on him and get him.
Except he signed for 3 years.
Well, yeah, exactly. That was the second mistake with that contract.
You guys remember when Blair Walsh went for $11?
Wasn't he Derek? Or because you threw him out, Eric? I think you threw out the first kicker.
Yeah, probably. And
I think we should have a tradition that a kicker is the first one thrown out for the auction every year, just to see what happens.
Derek Wilson will jump on that every day. So while we're talking about overbid players, who came in second last year? Second and third. Who paid way too much last year's auction? What two players? I can only think of Ray Rice and Trent Richardson.
I paid $19 for Johnny Manziel.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
So I mean,
overpaid isn't too bad.
no, I mean $19 isn't. I mean, I think I signed him to 3 years. So after 1 year, I cut him. I didn't get anything out of him, obviously.
I paid $4 more for Trent Richardson than you did for Justin Hunter, and Trent Richardson did so much better than Hunter last year, and he was only signed for 1 year, and I was able to drop him and get $20 back, while you're still stuck with Hunter.
No.
So
I'm
what?
looking at Jared signing Brandon Marshall. I'm pretty sure that was last year for 1 year for $98. That was pretty much a bust, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last thing is it's on 1 year,
two.
and he did help him win a division.
Ah.
1 year contracts don't really matter a ton. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, it sucks, but
Yeah, I mean you can, because that money's spent at that point. You're not looking at the future then, and thinking of all this money you've wasted on a guy who plays bad. He plays bad for the year you signed him, or he breaks his leg. Big deal. But it's definitely less of a blow. It still does suck because you've got the money tied up in him, but you can cut him and get half of that money back, which is better than nothing.
I think Aaron's only going to sign players to 1 year and $30. He's scared to go higher now.
No, I already have everything set up for who I want, how much I'm signing them for, and how much I'm going to bid on them. So,
Interesting.
yes. I have all the options laid out.
I know who his tight end sleeper is, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
All right. Well, this is.
Everyone.
I was going to sign off here, unless anybody's got any parting shots. I think we've turned the first 5 minutes. Eric's gone. All right. Well, I'm ready to. I think this was good. We're going to try and get back into do this weekly. Got a special guest lined up for next week who couldn't make it tonight.
Derek Lehman?
Not saying who it is. But I know I try and get Derek Mostrom on, but he always tells me he's playing softball or volleyball. So
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we play every Thursdays. It's tough.
yeah,
But it's Tuesday.
Yeah, tonight he could have.
yeah. Maybe I'll get him on with the special guest for next week.
I don't think he could have, because I sent him an offer and I still didn't hear back. So.
Yeah, I just got done wakeboarding and he was driving home, so that's probably why.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being on. Aaron, thanks for coming on your first show since you joined the league. Hopefully you'll be on many more. We try and make them go a little smoother and a little more exciting, and this one got off to a bumpy start.
No, that's fine. It's a pleasure
And
to
I'm
meet
glad that I'm in here today.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting to have Derek and Doug, and last minute they both jumped in.
that kind of.
They kind of stopped by and wanted to join in, so that was wonderful. So, all right, guys. Until next time, 40 days till the auction. Get excited.
All right.
All right.
Night.
See you guys. Fear the cheat.